Alright, this is an album cover coming at you with the second game in the best 2 out of 3 between Dakrin, who is the red Terran here at the 6 o'clock position on Lost Temple. We've got Welkin here, the yellow Terran player here at the, I say, 3 o'clock position here on Lost Temple. So they're not at the closest spawning points, but they're not the farthest away either. So we'll see if that is going to make a difference here on Lost Temple or not. Lost Temple has got this very easy to defend natural expansion. However, Terran can really abuse this cliff over each of their natural expansions. So, but since they're both Terran, it will be interesting to see if they go for any like Thor drops or anything like that, because put a Thor up here and he will just wreak havoc here on this expansion. So, in the first game, we did see Welkin GG after being Reaper harassed and just kind of had Marines and Marauders forced down his throat. So, and Welkin does go for the interesting supply depot not here at his ramp, so he's not going to wall off, it seems, and he's going to send out his first SCVs to scout. Going to go ahead and check. It looks like his closest position. And Dakrin is going to find him first, though, and going to go ahead and throw down a barracks. And I'm going to throw down a barracks here right next to a supply depot. So this is interesting. When he gets a refinery up here, he's going to have a little wall here. Maybe he's going to try to wall off back here as well, and try to go for a more close, intimate sort of defense instead of something just trying to block at your ramp. So, and this SCV, he's going to have to pull another SCV off here to chase away this scandalous SCV trying to attack the SCV making the barracks. So, and he, let's see, Dakrin is, I think, let's open the production tab. Gonna just keep making SCVs and this barracks here. So, he's already got up his factory. So, we're gonna see, last game he went for Reapers, so we're gonna see what he goes for this game. Going ahead and making a Marine. I've seen actually a couple players do this where instead of, some lag there. Instead of walling off here at the ramp, actually using their buildings right here and kind of making a concave, and maybe eventually putting a bunker here if they feel threatened enough to do that. So I've seen a couple players do that, and it worked pretty well. And this Marine is going to pop out just in time to take out this SCV. Although, no, he's gonna see this factory coming down and see this double gas, so he knows that there's going to be some teching up pretty quick, but this SCV is going to go down. So, production tab, we've got Orbital Command Center coming down. Looks like that started maybe around 16-ish, so about standard so far. Of course, this placement of the barracks doesn't allow for the immediate tech lab or reaction. A reactor. So he's gonna have to move that. So obviously that wasn't part of his plan to go for anything quick add-ons there. Gonna just place these 2 Marines up here, and they're gonna do a pretty good job right now, because right now the army size does favor Welkin a little bit by just 1 SCV. So that the SCV count dead even with mules. So really it's just a Marine count at this point that's different. Throwing up another barrack, so we're going to see lots and lots of this bio kind of army here. And going ahead and, supply block there. Never like to be in that position. And going to get the tech lab and then a starport. So last game we saw Dakrin get a tech lab on his factory, but he didn't actually use it for anything. Game was over in 10 minutes, so maybe that just didn't play into his plan in 10 minutes. But however, he is actually going to be researching right now siege tech. That's something he did forget last game, so he's not going to make that same mistake again, although he's been supply blocked for a long time now. I'm going to go ahead and get another tech lab on a barracks. So yeah, okay, we do have these Marines coming up here, and right now, I wouldn't be going for that tech lab. I'd be going for supply depots. Of course, he doesn't realize how supply blocked Dakrin really is, but Dakrin could really be in trouble if he can't stop these 4 Marines here, which right now he has 1 Marauder, but that Marauder, like we said in the last game, is just go down so quickly to these Marines, quickly running that Marauder away, and he's got to be building some. Now he's going to be supply blocked again, and if he stays supply blocked, he's not going to be able to create any more units, and he is going to die so quickly. Just these 4 Marines. Right now, Welkin has 4 more Marines coming out here, and got his Marine out here. He does have 3 Marines and a Marauder, but I don't think it's going to be enough to... Okay, he does have... Okay, it is going to be enough to hold him off. He did... The first thing he looks like he likes to research is that concussive shells and for these Marauders, and it really actually paid off that time. So, got to force these Marines back. Although unit lost, Dakrin has lost a lot more in as far as units, but he does have this siege tank sieged up here, so that attack with those Marines probably will not be successful again. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. And these Marines are going to walk straight into the line of this siege tank, and that is going to be bye-bye Marines on this high ground. Whew, these Marines are getting eaten up faster than turkey on Thanksgiving. This is ridiculous. Another supply depot going down. Wow, all those Marines just got killed. If you look at the units lost tab, which was already up, 16 units lost to 9, 18 over 65, which is not necessarily a huge advantage, but Welkin was definitely ahead before he suicided all those Marines in there, because that's really what happened. He just lost those Marines there, and I feel like Dakrin could expand at this point. Of course, he didn't see the whole map like I do, but I feel like he wasted his opponent's army. And so, yeah, look at the army right now. Dakrin is ahead, and I think safe enough to expand at this point. I got these 3 Marines over here that need a new rally point. Another siege tank over here. So right now, just going to go ahead and build up more barracks. I think Dakrin really does like his Marine Marauder build. But Welkin, I think, got a little psyched out there by losing his almost entire army and is making a bunker here. Going to do a switch. Looks like he just raised that up. I'm not exactly sure what that was. But we can see he's reforming his army here, still vastly just Marines, and he's getting a reactor on this barracks. So it looks like he's going to stick with Marines. And let's see, this is another reactor. So he is going heavy Marines, not actually making anything out of his tech lab bunker. I mean, tech lab barracks. So we can see this SUV. I was wishing it would come out here and make a command center, because right now he's got way too many minerals, and actually both players way too many minerals. We got with some tanks and some medevacs, though. That SUV just getting eaten alive. So I feel like this push could do some damage. If he spots up on the high ground with those medevacs, he could really do a number on Welkin's defense. But right now looks like he's just rallying out here at the Zelnaga Watchtower, waiting to build up his army some more. He is going to build, looks like, another starport, and going ahead and go for the expansion. So looks like he feels safe enough now with his army stationed out here, and would definitely be able to spot anything. So he does need to go ahead and get that expansion in. I do agree with that. So these are going to spot the high ground and could really allow these siege tanks to siege up and just wreak havoc up here on the high ground. Although, does he see these troops right here? He sees that tank, but I don't think he saw all these troops, because if he did, I don't know if I personally would have sent all those units up there. But it looks like it could very well turn into a base race at this point if Welkin doesn't spawn some more units in his base. And with that, he's almost going to be supply blocked at this point. And these Marines are going to eat up his minerals, his SUV workers. But in a base race, I'm going to choose anybody that's got the tanks and the Marauders, because Welkin only has Marines going for this Marine drop. And if they can snipe out this command center before it flies away, then that would really be good. But I mean, they've both got so many minerals right now. I really feel like they could just run away their SCVs, make another orbital command center somewhere else, and it really be safe. But right now, that's not what they're doing at all. So this really is turning into a base race, because this orbital command center is on fire. So that's just going to burn down. All of Dakrin's buildings are trying to be quickly flown away, because these Marines can only shoot so fast. However, with these Marine Marauder out here, I think this is not going to be good. Dakrin's already got this command center out here. He's going to steal Welkin's natural expansion. This is really kind of just flip-flopping around the map. They're both really taking each other's positions. Units, they both still got SCVs right now, so They are, of course, supply blocked, but they can make units and SCVs and everything. So, wow, this is really going to be interesting because basically their buildings are just trading places here all over the map. I would actually go and try to get this barracks before I took out this refinery, but that's not what he decided to do. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting because this, to some extent, will reset the game. Welkin is going to take this island expansion, which is a little bit safer, I feel like. However, they both have dropships, so that really may not play a huge part overall. And this command center going to turn into orbital command right now, and looks like, okay, nope, thought that we were going to have lag there. But yeah, so this is really kind of interesting. Dakrin does have more buildings not on fire at this point, and more buildings kind of around the map. So let's see, we've got a barracks floating over here in this command center. Yep, and he's going to use that energy to spawn some mules, and he's got, oh, but he is supply blocked, so I don't know how this is going to work because, wow, Dakrin still has SCVs, and of course he's mining right here, but Welkin has this one mule, and he's got some energy left. You can't, I don't think you can build with mules. I guess I never really thought about that, but he's only got one SCV. I can't find that SCV. But if he could build supply depots, then he could actually start building more SCVs, yeah. So he could actually start mining again. But right now, all Welkin's got is 2 dropships full of Marines. And right now, that's really not going to cut it for him when Dakrin is able to mine like he is, although he is extremely supply blocked as well. So this is going to be interesting, although I really have to favor Dakrin in the long run. Yeah, so this Viking does spot out, and yeah, this Viking can pretty much just hammer on this orbital command center, and if the orbital command center lifts up, the Viking can just transform. And Vikings are the coolest thing. They're pretty much like big transformers. But yeah, so it's not looking good. These Marines are going to try to come back over here and save this orbital command center, but got these Marines and Marauders coming, and we've got a barracks over here close, and I know we have dropships. Yeah, we have dropships over here, so really it's just going to be a matter of time, in my opinion, because, wow, Welkin needs to use, okay, there's his one SCV, building a supply depot. Okay, he could, technically, I guess, he could still be in it. He's just way, way, way behind right now if you look at the income. Yeah, total 0 with 1 harvester, and then Dakrin is at around 400 with 6. So as soon as Dakrin gets unsupply blocked, I feel like he needs to make some more SCVs stat. But this is not looking good for Welkin right now. He's you know, I've got to give it to him. He has not given up so far, and he's doing everything he can, but it's just not looking good. And this barracks is going to fall down. And so I think Welkin is doing what he can do and what he needs to be doing at this point. He's basically trying to control the map as much as he can with these Marines and dropships, which really the mobility is pretty good. And this Viking, he really needs to be careful because this Viking has a huge range of 9 and could, if in the right position, could take out some of these medevacs. And really, without medevacs, he would be in a very, very tough position. But this Viking is going to retreat back. And you got these medevacs here that can drop, and I think that's what they're going to do. Maybe not. Maybe they're just going to stand there and not do a whole lot. But these Marines and medevacs are moving out. Both medevacs are at full health, so they could take a pounding and just keep going. So, all right, and then 1 Marine here. That's kind of odd placement for that 1 Marine. But yeah, so now Welkin is not supply blocked. He can continue to make SCVs, although his rally point is way across the map. So that's not good. But yeah, I mean, Dakrin is now no longer supply blocked as well, so he can make SCVs, and these Marines are going to, oh man, right now every Marine that Welkin loses is just horrible, and this is not going to be good. I think he's maybe tried to position, oh, yeah, and that's the GG. I don't see what else Welkin could do with that. So that was, let's see, Welkin was defeated twice, so Dakrin is going to go on in this ACM Starcraft 2 Double Elimination Tournament. So yeah, thanks for listening. This is an album cover. Sign off.